Boxing Lowdown, and welcome to the official preview for Canelo Alvarez against Danny Jacobs, Cinco de Mayo weekend, May the 4th, taking place in Las Vegas. Now, this is a fight that we've been waiting for a long time. This is easily the biggest fight of the year, Danny Jacobs and Canelo Alvarez. It's going to be such a great contest. These two warriors, man, are going to square off for 3 out of 4 of the middleweight titles. Canelo Alvarez holds the WBC and the WBA belt that he took off Gennady Golovkin, and Danny Jacobs holds the IBF belt that he won in a match against Sergey Derevyachenko. So, you know, Danny Jacobs, he's called for this fight for a long time. Canelo Alvarez needs a decent dance partner for Cinco de Mayo weekend, a big Mexican holiday weekend. It's going to be a great fight, man. A great fight this is going to be. And you know what? In December last year, when I was doing my top 5 fights that I want to see for 2019, this was one of them. And it's ironic because at the time, a lot of people were talking about a rematch, you know, a third fight between Canelo Alvarez and Triple G. Due to the circumstances of how that second fight ended, there were calls for a rematch. But when I heard that, I wanted to go the other way. I was thinking, nah, I'd rather see Canelo against Danny Jacobs. You know, a rubber match with Triple G can happen later on down the line. Danny Jacobs deserves this opportunity. He's got the title. You know, we're going to unify more of the titles in that division. This makes sense. Let's see this fight next. And literally a couple of months later, that's what we're going to see. You know, it got announced to be live on The Zone, taking place in Las Vegas. Danny Jacobs and Canelo Alvarez for 3 out of 4 of the middleweight world titles. Now, as I've said, Danny Jacobs has called for this fight for a long time. He really believes that he can win this. He's very confident. He's, in terms of stature, in terms of middleweight stature, he's a lot taller than Canelo, probably about 3 inches taller. He's going to be the naturally bigger man, but Canelo Alvarez has fluctuated up and down in weights now, so they'll probably be about even, I'd say, in terms of what they'll weigh when they go in the ring on fight night. But Danny Jacobs has the height and reach advantages for sure. He's very athletic. He's got a lot of athleticism, Danny Jacobs. He can punch. He's got speed. It's a tremendous fight. And it's definitely going to be a fight where Canelo Alvarez is going to have to use more of his boxing brain. He won't be able to just steam in there and fight. You know, Danny Jacobs, is going to give him some sort of angles in there. He's going to give him something to think about. It's a tremendous fight. Canelo Alvarez, what can I say about him, man? Over the last few years, his stock has just risen and risen and risen. He's the biggest star in world boxing right now. He's fresh off those 2 victories over Triple G. Disputed or not, he got the victories. He had an easy fight last time out against Rocky Fielding. But after every fight with this guy, his star power is just building and building. And this is going to be another one of those. You know, Danny Jacobs is a well-known, popular guy in America. He's come back from so much. He has a tremendous story, Danny Jacobs. After losing to Dmitry Pirog, which was his only loss in his career, he had to battle with cancer. You know, an 18, 19-month battle with cancer. He overcome it, and he's picked up a world title, and here he is in the biggest fight of his career against the biggest star in boxing. What a tremendous comeback that is. And he's going to give it everything. Every single thing in his body, he's going to give it Danny Jacobs. We've got no doubt about that. The guy has so much heart, and he's got charisma to go with that. He's got boxing ability to go with that. And it's going to be a great war. You know, these two guys are very respectful of each other outside of the ring, but inside the ring, they're going to let the blows fly. And I'm really looking forward to this fight, man. I think that it's a tremendous fight in the middleweight division. It's going to establish, you know, who is the #1 middleweight in the world right now with the 3 out of 4 belts on the line. Let's see what happens, man. I mean, the middleweight division as a whole is thriving right now. You've got the likes of Danny Jacobs and Canelo Alvarez and Triple G. You've got Demetrius Andrade, who holds a WBO title. Billy Joe Saunders, he's fluctuating up and down in the weights, but he can make middleweight again. Same with Chris Eubank Jr. You've got Jamal Charlo in there. We can't forget about him. He's a tremendous fighter. So the middleweight division is really hotting up, man. And this weekend, all eyes are going to be on this fight. Now, let's break it down for you and show you how the fight will be. Now, Canelo Alvarez, his technique is outstanding. You know, his tremendous technique and punching ability. He has everything in his arsenal. He has combination punches. He punches hard. He's got tremendous heart. He can go forward. He can go back. He's got it all as a fighter, man. Technically, there are not many fighters out there that are better than him right now. He does it all superbly. The way how he puts his punches together, Canelo Alvarez, is a thing of beauty. If you just watch the way how how he stops his opponents, how he lands his combinations to the head and the body, it's a thing to watch. And it's going to be great to see how he puts that together against somebody like Danny Jacobs, who also has great combinations and punching power and technique and skill. You know, Danny Jacobs has got a lot going on, so I'm really looking forward to this fight, and I think that it's going to be a great clash of styles between these two. Predictions going in: Canelo Alvarez will go down as the favourite. There's not many guys out. I mean, after the Triple G win, there's not going to be many guys out there that people will pick around these weight divisions that will beat Canelo Alvarez. But if you are going to pick one of them, then some people would say Danny Jacobs. They think that he might have to start to do it. And I think what he has to do is he's going to have to use his boxing brain in there. He can't go steaming in, because that will be curtains for him. I think what he needs to do is use his boxing ability and his height and his reach. You know, frustrate Canelo Alvarez, as we've seen other guys do in the past. You know, be in and out with his punches. Pretty much the same tactics that he had against Triple G. You know, be able to stand up in there and mix it with him when you can, but also give Canelo Alvarez different looks. You know, don't let him get too set and too comfortable. Whereas Canelo Alvarez has shown over the past that he's adapted better now to the boxer style. I'm not saying that that's what Danny Jacobs is really about. He's not really a mover like that, but he does have the ability to stick a move when he can, and he does have the ability to stand still and you know, exert his weight and his dominance as well in the fight. So I'd say in and out tactics for Danny Jacobs, whereas Canelo Alvarez really needs to employ a lot of the same game plan that he did against Triple G. Punches in bunches, in and out himself, you know, use his skill and try and impose his power on Danny Jacobs. You know, he's been knocked out before. So Canelo Alvarez will feel that he'll be able to do that. Danny Jacobs will also feel that he'll be able to do that with Canelo, even though he hasn't been stopped before. He feels like he can knock him out. So it's all set for a brilliant fight here in Las Vegas. This is the first time that Danny Jacobs has actually been to Las Vegas since he got stopped by Dmitry Pirog. So, you know, it's going to be going over old ground for him. Asking me to pick a winner, I'm going to have to ride with Canelo Alvarez on this one, man. I think that he'll take it on points. I think it'll be close. I think it could be like a 3-round swing in it, maybe. But I'm slightly giving the edge to Canelo Alvarez, who, let's not forget, does seem to have a lot of the judges in his pocket as well, you know. So it's going to be very, very difficult for Danny Jacobs to get a points decision over him in Las Vegas. But I'm looking forward to seeing how the fight goes. I think it could be a lot of swings in the fight, but ultimately I'm going to give it to Canelo Alvarez. So that's my prediction for this fight. Let me know what you guys think about it. Drop your predictions in the comment section below. Let me know how you guys think, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.